Alright, so I wanted to make a quick panorama from Revit to the cloud and and show you how I would want you to download the different bits and pieces of it that you can use to create your presentation. So first get your view set up however you want to. Think about the fact that it's a panorama, so it'd probably be good to be in the middle of a room, right? So So this one's okay, but it's at the end of the room, so it might be a good idea to go ahead and make a new view. So I'm just going to go up to my plan A3, which is where the roof is. And I'm just going to go ahead and go to view and 3D view and camera. And I'm just going to place a camera sort of right in the center of the room and just draw out. And it's going to create a new camera. I'm going to come in. I'm going to rename that view. We'll just name it 3D Pan 01. Okay. And so now at this point you can go ahead and come in and create the panorama. I mean, you can adjust your view, right? So you can turn the shadows on to see where the shadows are. If you want to adjust any materials or anything else, get that done, and then you can send it up to the cloud. So you're going to have to log into your account here, and then I'm going to go to Render in Cloud, and it'll tell you the steps. So I'm going to go ahead and go through those steps. I'm going to continue, and it's going to do the pan 1. You can obviously do multiple views at once, but I want to go ahead and do a stereo panorama, right? So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave the render quality at standard. If you can do final, that would be great. It's charging me credits to do it. I'm not sure how the educational is set up for students, but if you can do the final, that would be great. It's going to use advanced exposure, which is the exposure, the algorithm they use up on the server, and then the width is 1024. If you go any larger, it's going to it's charging me credits, so I'm going to leave it at 1024. And then I'm just going to click render, and it's going to upload all of the information that it needs. It's possible that it might give you an error message that it's missing some materials. If you're using individual materials, what you need to do is, if you're using individual materials, you can or custom materials, you can save them all in one folder, all the JPEGs, and then if you go to rendering, right here there's a place to add pathing for your materials, and you need to add that path, and it needs to be all, can't be in subfolders, it has to be all the JPEGs in one folder. So you would need to add that. But if I go to the gallery, you're going to see it show up as processing here, and so I'll just pause it until it's done processing. Alright, so the panorama is done, so I've got it here, right? One of the things about the panorama coming out of Revit is you get kind of this background that's not so great, but it's not a ton that you could do about it. So what I want you guys to do, or what you can do, is you can download this. So I'm going to download the equal rectangular, and it's going to get the files and put them in a zip file, and I am just going to take that zip file and pull it onto my desktop and expand it. And you'll see that you get the left and the right image, and then you also get a stereo image, and there's a little bit of other readme text and things like that. So what we're going to use is the image ping here. So I'm just going to pull that over, and the other thing I'm going to do is create a QR code. So well, I'm going to Control C the render right there. What's this? And go to, so the flow code is a free QR code creator. So you can just open it and you have to log in, but it doesn't send you a bunch of stuff. And you just put the QR code in and then you go to next. And you can create, you know, from different versions, so you can create the one you want and it will create it. And you can download as a ping or, as a JPEG. So I'll download that and I'll drag that into my folder. Whoops. Drag that into my folder there, and I'll rename it because it just gives it a random name, Pan 01. Okay, so now I've got everything that I need. I've got an image, I've got that guy, and then I've copied and pasted to my clipboard the link. So after this, I'll show you guys how to put it together in Miro.